Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to part 4 of my Arrow video Blu-ray and DVD collection. Sorry for the wait. Summer happens. No excuses, but that is the excuse. I am very, very busy. I spent maybe a handful of days at my actual house in like 2.5 months. So, yes, it is now in September. Let's get to finishing off these Arrow shelf videos. Let's continue along here where we left off. We left off with Schlock, I think it was. So we'll get into some DEFCON 4 here. Love this artwork. This is actually a Canadian film. It's post-apocalyptic. Basically, the world is ravaged by nuclear warfare and stuff, and these astronauts they return from Earth, and they come back to like ravaged lands and shit, and you can see right there, it's consumed by radiation and cannibal gangs and stuff. And I actually wish that there was a little bit more cannibal gang action in this. DEFCON 4 is a pretty entertaining film. It's not like great or nothing, but it's pretty cool. I just love this artwork. I always remember this shit from the video store back in the day. Yeah, kind of exploitation right there. Yeah, so pretty cool. DEFCON 4. Another post-apocalyptic film that I absolutely adore. I've always loved this movie. I was such a big fan of Roddy Piper as a wrestler and when he was in films, man. I mean, really, he was just great. I wish he had done a lot more, but Hell Comes to Frogtown's kind of a funny story. It's like post-apocalyptic, and he happens to be, yeah, right there, one of the last fertile men on the planet, so he's given a job where he needs to go and fertilize some women, to keep the population going. Kind of a funny storyline, but it's great. Yeah, Piper. He's good. He's good in everything, man. I hope some of the other films that he was in that haven't got released, well, good releases, get released soon, because he's very entertaining to me. Rest in peace to Roddy Piper. The King of New York, Christopher Walken, of course, Abel Ferreira. It's fantastic, man. It's just a fantastic movie. Great cast in this one. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about The King of New York, man? It's great stuff, man. Really, really great stuff. I believe this is on 4K now from Arrow. Just a standard edition of this, but I'm cool with that. Love it. Great movie. Runaway Train, man. Oh, this is such a fantastic movie. Eric Roberts, Jon Voight. Oh, yeah. Here's a little breakdown for you if you've never seen this one before, but this is a fantastic high-octane film. I love it, man. It's great. Oh, man, Eric Roberts, man, he's fantastic in this movie. Who's that? Rebecca De Mornay? I think she's the woman in this film. I'm pretty sure that's her. Yeah, based on the Kurosawa script. I'm pretty sure that's her. Oh, I guess I could probably look in the credits there. Yeah, Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but she's very, very, very young in there. Great movie, Runaway Train. Highly recommend that. Then we get into some Showaguchi films. Pray for Death, fantastic stuff. Oh, I was such a huge Showaguchi film or fan, back in the 80s, man. Every time I saw this guy, and he didn't do a shitload. I wish he had done more movies, to be honest. But he was always super entertaining. These were fun films. The whole ninja craze in the 80s was fantastic, and I always remember his films, but that was good. And then we got Rage of Honor. Do both of these movies have his kid in it? I know his son is pretty young, and I think both of these actually do, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But anyways, good stuff. Showaguchi, can't go wrong. The Wild Geese, man. Look at this cast. Come on. I really wish that the second one, I don't know if it's an official sequel to The Wild Geese. I know it's an Italian film. Would get a good release. I saw it years ago, but this is a fun one, man. Richard Burton, Richard Harris, oh my God, Roger Moore. It's just ridiculous cast in this movie. Yeah. Mercenaries. Here's the breakdown if you want it. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but yeah, it's good old Twilight year Mercenaries. It's pretty awesome. Pit Stop, fantastic movie from Jack Hill, the blaxploitation master himself, who did, yeah, there we go, Coffee and Foxy Brown, Spider Baby, he's gotten so much love over the years, man. It's been great to see all these films getting good releases. But this is a different one, man. This is Pit Stop. You know, you can imagine it's got a little bit to do with cars and stuff. Very interesting film. Always love this one. Kind of underrated a little bit. I know it got a little bit of love. I think Code Red also released it, and Arrow same time or something like that. And it's got Sid Haig in this movie too. I believe he is. I think he is actually in this one too. So, but yeah, Pit Stop. Check it out if you've never seen it. It's a really cool film. To Live and Die in L.A. William Friedkin. Oh, it's so cool, man. I love this movie. I've always been such a huge fan of this film. You know, there's this one little interesting tidbit about this movie that I thought was very, very interesting. I don't know if I was watching it on some of the features or whatever, but they were saying that the counterfeit money that they produced for this film, some of that money made it out of the studio, and people started using it out in the real world, and it was working because it looked so damn real. That was pretty crazy. But I don't know if you get away with that now, but this is the 80s, remember? So they were obviously pretty good looking counterfeit bills. But yeah, great film, man. You've never seen To Live and Die in LA. I mean, really, who hasn't seen this movie? It's just fantastic. It's good stuff. Then we got William Friedkin's Cruising, which I do consider to be a horror film. This is a really interesting film to talk about with people and also debate to exactly what's going on in this movie. Yeah, if you've never seen this one, basically Al Pacino plays an undercover cop who kind of fits the description of who this serial killer is basically killing. So he goes in there to infiltrate and try to figure out who this killer is and stuff like that. And it's really trippy, man. It's a really trippy film. I like talking about this one with people because people have their own theories on what's going on. Is there multiple killers? Is there a supernatural element to this thing? There's lots of really interesting conversations that happen around this movie. Al Pacino is fucking phenomenal in this movie too, as the undercover officer who goes into the gay scene in 1980. And this is obviously a really controversial film for its time because, being gay in 1980 was not like being gay now. It was not accepted at all. So this is pretty risky shit by Friedkin to do this film, but it's just a phenomenal head fuck of a movie, really. It really is. I couldn't recommend Cruising enough. It's fantastic. It's honestly one of the best movies of 1980. And if you know anything about 1980 horror films, that's a great motherfucking year. So, yeah, of course, you'll probably have people say it's not a fucking horror film, whatever, but whatever. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I think it is. It's great. It's a phenomenal film. Now, Black Moon Rising, I don't know if I've seen this movie. I can't remember if I've seen this or not. It's just the strangest thing. I think I might have popped this on one night and fell asleep or something like that. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I know this movie was written by John Carpenter, starring the amazing Tommy Lee Jones. Is that little? Yeah, and little Linda Hamilton also. Sorry, I'm on my knees here and I'm sore. But yeah, man, I can't say anything about it because I don't know if I've seen it or not. It's weird. My brain is not working too well today. Then we got The Day of the Jackal. The original film. Another fantastic movie. Another highly, highly recommended movie. If you've never seen The Day of the Jackal. Of course, there was a remake with Bruce Willis, which I don't even really remember the remake, if it was close to this or not. I can't even remember. But this is a fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. The Annihilators. Yes, great action film. With, who's it? Yeah, Charles Seller. The guy that did Silent Night, Deadly Night, that's right. Went on to do The Annihilators. Pretty cool film, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's, I think is it non-vets? It says Army vets. I think it's non-vets. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. But pretty cool action film. Yeah. Now, this is a trippy movie. This is one I want to rewatch. I'd never seen this movie until I picked this Blu-ray up a few years back, but it just sounded really interesting. I like Rosanna Arquette. And the premise seemed very interesting to me. it was a little underwhelming for me when I first saw it, but I do want to revisit it. My homeboy Dave, Mr. Parker, he said to me, he's like, you got to rewatch it, man. You got to rewatch it. It's a really good movie. And so I'm going to do that sometime. But it's a trippy film. I don't want to, trying to not get into all these synopsises and shit to make this video go on for like 4 hours. But yeah, you can read the breakdown there, right there. But it's a very dark, interesting, kind of slow moving, trippy film. It's very melodic, but just about dropped that. But yeah, Black Rainbow. Got to revisit it. I remember liking it, just not falling in love with it. But yeah, so Sister Street Fighter Collection. We got with I can never pronounce her name properly. Escuko? I don't know. Shinomi and Sunny Chiba. Oh man, she is like delightful in these movies. She's amazing. Sunny Chiba's amazing in everything, but she is fucking amazing. Like, so entertaining to watch, man. So good. And yeah, these are the Sister Street Fighter Collection, man. 4 films. All entertaining as hell. I highly, highly recommend this set, man. Super entertaining. This is one I've actually never seen before. Go to Hell Bastards. I believe this is early 60s, I want to say. Yeah, 1963. Detective film. It looks interesting. It's quite the title for an early 60s film to be called Detective Burrow. 2-3 Go to Hell Bastards. Interesting. But let me know down below if you guys have seen that one. Getting into some Fukusaku films here with Street Mobster. He's the guy that did all the Battles Without Honor and Humanity films. So these are some of the films that he did in between. And of course he did Battle Royale, Doberman Cop. Yeah, Kuza film. Very, very good stuff. In fact, I really like this guy. He's such a great, amazing director. It's cool to see a lot of these films getting all these type of releases. But here's Cops and Thugs, another Fukusaku film, which is kind of self-explanatory. It deals with gangs and cops and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome, man. These are all very, very solid films. Here's Doberman Cop. This is like these are all done in the 70s. Here we go. Battles Without Honor and Humanity, Cops and Thugs. Got Sunny Chiba. How could you go wrong? Fukusaku and Sunny Chiba. Look at that, Sunny Chiba. Amazing, good stuff. The Lady Snowblood Collection. This is 1 and 2. I think there's only 2 of them. Both great films. Awesome films. I know Criterion also put this out. I believe they put it out after this, but yeah, Miku Kaji. So fucking awesome. These are fucking amazing movies. If you've never seen them, do yourself a favor. Check them out. Orgies of Edo. I have not watched this. I believe this is an anthology film. Yes, it is. Anthology film. Yeah. Good stuff. Let me know down below. Been wanting to check this out. So, I think the same director also did Horrors of Malformed Men. There's the side. There's the... Yeah, Tershii. There we go. And Blind Woman's Curse. Yep. Which is another fantastic movie. I don't know why I don't have that in the same section. It's somewhere. We passed it already, but that's an amazing film. This is a trippy movie right here. It's kind of one of those ones that you really got to see for yourself to it's kind of hard to explain. This would be a tough movie to actually review. It's trippy. Highly recommend it though. Really good stuff. Late 60s, I believe. Then we got Massacre Gun. You can see that Massacre Gun. Yeah, what's the... forgetting the director's name. Anyways, he did the... Yeah, this is fantastic. 1967. I'm not even 100% sure if I liked Massacre Gun or Retaliation. Here we go. These are all the original artworks on these two. Yeah. Another gang film, of course. And it's the sequel to Massacre Gun 2. I'm not even sure which one I like better. I've actually watched these back to back one time. So they're kind of running together for me a little bit. I like this. Retaliation is a hard-boiled predecessor to Kenji Fusaku's revolutionary Yakuza pictures of the 70s. It's pretty much what it is. Yep, more gangster films. Now, I have Volume 2, and then Katsu Diamond Guys. I just kept passing on part 1, and then it went out of print. I ended up getting this one for like £7 or something, guys, so I picked it up. It's not open because I just feel like I need to get the first one and watch them before I start digging into these. I believe they're 50s, like detective films, Asian detective films. Oh no, these are from the 60s. The first one's from the 50s, I believe. So 60, 62, 65. Yeah, I wish I hadn't slept on the first one because I know it's out of print. I think it does go for stupid money, but who knows? It'll get re-released. Here's a trip. I actually reviewed this film before, and this is definitely one of the most like kind of hypnotic, fucking strange oddity films from the 80s. And To Sleep as to Dream. To Sleep So As to Dream. My God, I can't remember the title. I even reviewed this. The full-length review is up on my channel, but this is a really, really trippy kind of love letter to like silent films and things like that. Highly recommend this, man. This is a really interesting film. Yeah, here it is. To Sleep So As to Dream. It's just a weird title. It's hard to remember. Go check out my full-length review on this. I think I made some people watch it anyways, but it's black and white, 80s, kind of silent. It's trippy. It's a really cool Asian film. Then we got Burst City here. There we go. Same director that did... oh, shit. What's the name of the movie? Man, my brain is just not working today. I have the movie sitting right over there, too, and I just watched it. Another one of those kind of Asian biker type films. Yet to see Burst City, but I heard it's very similar to the one I'm thinking of. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. It's from 1980. This one's not. This one is later, I think 1982. So I think it was like kind of like the follow-up to that one. But yeah, need to check that one out. Then we got Remo. The Adventure Begins. Remo's a fun film. You know, adventure type films from the 80s. I definitely like Remo a lot more than I like, you know, I used to be a big fan of the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, but I don't know, man. I rewatched this film when I got the Blu-ray, and I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me, man. But maybe I was in and out of it, I'm not sure. And it sucks too, man, because I'm a huge Peter Weller fan. I love Peter Weller. You know, it's still a fun, decent movie, but I just didn't have the same draw, just the same love, the same eyes for it as I once did. I used to have the tape of this and watch it all the time when I was a kid, but I don't know. It was weird. Maybe it was just the mood I was in, but yeah, I'll rewatch it sometime. So, but yeah, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Oh man, Terry Gilliam's Time Bandits. It's time travel. From the mind of Gilliam, man. Yeah, this is such an amazing movie. Oh, I love Terry Gilliam's films. He's one of those directors that's so visual and so versatile in filming. Like he's so unique in what he does. Like he brings a lot of flavor and a lot of imagery and shit to his films, and he can fuck with you too, man, pretty bad. But if you've never seen Time Bandits, do yourself a favor. It's amazing. Here's a great example of a Terry Gilliam film that I think a lot of people did not really care for. Came out in 2005. I was glad to see that this got a release from Arrow because, you know, it's one of those films I think that is a little bit overlooked, especially in Gilliam's filmography. I mean, he's done a lot of different type in films, and I know they're not all for everybody, but this is a really interesting one. It's a mind fuck. It totally is. From 2005. I watched this for the 2005 Top 10 show. And it's really interesting. Here's the breakdown if you guys want to, but it's like one of those Gilliam films that you really have to watch yourself to kind of fully appreciate because it's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain. Jake Speed, definitely in the vein of Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile and things like that. Yeah, you know those adventure movies of the 80s? Indiana Jones. Well, here's Jake Speed. It's really, oh, I think it even says, yeah, a slice of 80s action cheese in the tradition of Raiders Lost Ark, romancing this. There you go. Exactly. It's exactly what it is. That's very self-explanatory, so you know what you're getting yourself into. And this is pretty much kind of the same thing. This is a Nico Masarakis production. We covered a lot of Nico's films like Up Here and shit. They're all over the place. Arrow's giving them a lot of love. Same type of thing, Indiana Jones type shit. Yeah, it's decent fun. It's decent fun. It just feels like a ripoff. It really does. But it's okay. It's fun. It was good for a watch anyways. In the aftermath, I've yet to check this out. I believe this is... Okay, now, I've seen the anime Angel's Egg. Because I watched that for the 85 show, which is fantastic. It's such a trip. That movie needs a really good release, because it's a trippy anime, man. So this one right here, in Tradition of Wasteland, I think I'm not sure. Lyrical animation and percent. Yeah, okay, so it is another animated. I think it's not another animated film. I've yet to watch it. I gotta be sometimes in the mood to watch these, but let me know down below your thoughts on In the Aftermath. But I loved Angel's Egg, so if it's anything like that, then I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Speaking of complete head trips. Donnie Darko, which I honestly don't have a hard time understanding this movie, because I've watched it a few times in the past, and then doing a review of this movie on the podcast also really kind of shaped my mind into, I should say even rewatching this movie with a critical eye and just kind of figuring out shit. It's honestly, I don't think it's that hard to figure out, to be honest. I think it's Donnie Darko, I used to think was just such an overrated film. Everyone used to talk about Donnie Darko, but I think it's a really cool film, man. It's a really, really interesting film. It's unique. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in here. So, I don't know, check out the review that we did. It's good stuff. And then Crimes of Passion, Ken Russell. Fuck, you know what you're getting with Ken Russell, man. You're getting some sleaze, you're getting some trippy shit. With my homegirl, Kathleen Turner. I fucking love Kathleen Turner. I've always stressed that enough over the years. I've always been a big fan of Kathleen Turner. I love her. I think she's great. And Anthony Perkins is one of my all-time favorite actors. Everything that guy ever did, I loved him in. It's just such a shame that he died. Yeah, and every time you think of Anthony, like, it's funny, to the average person, they're like, can you name another movie that Anthony Perkins was in besides Psycho? Most people can't even mention anything. It's crazy, but he's done so many good movies. Christ, even did a film with Bronson, man. It was amazing. But yeah, this is a good film. Crimes of Passion. Highly, highly recommend this. It's good stuff. All right, so for the people that don't watch my channel regularly, and for the people that do, you know that I'm not a huge Steelbook person, so I usually just pass on these, but I had to grab a couple because I really liked them. The Beyond is, my second or third favorite movie of all time, so I had to grab the Steelbook for this because it's phenomenal. I wish I had got the zombie one. I passed on that and kind of regretted it. Stupid. And I think they did one for City of Living Dead too, which I fucking totally missed. I think that sold out of me. Here's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I just love the artwork. I just love these. Let's look at the J card on it, which is, they're so damn ugly. I hate J cards. But yeah, so, and then here's Cronenberg Shivers on the beautiful, beautiful Steelbook. I just love the artworks on these, man. They're really good. Good stuff. I don't really need to say a whole lot about these movies. Everybody knows about these. And the classic Driller Killer, Abel Ferrara's amazing art, that's literally the best scene in the movie. And, the Driller Killer is one of those video nasties that's like, it's popular because it was a nasty. Abel Ferrara has done way better movies, hence King of New York. The Driller Killer is like, it's not a great movie. It's entertaining, but it's not that great. But the artwork's classic. So yeah, that's the end of the Arrow, just kind of standard, Amrays and whatever. I'll finish this off with just some of this Arrow Academy stuff. I didn't buy a whole lot, but I bought some of the stuff. Here's a little box set, 4 film noir classics. The Dark Mirror, Secret Beyond the Door, Force of Evil, and The Big Combo. I did watch all 4 of these, and all 4 of these are fantastic. I really, really love noir films. Here's kind of a breakdown of all the films. I really recommend, I think Force of Evil, was that my favorite one? Or The Big Combo? I can't remember. I'd have to look more into that. But these are all really good films, man. As you can see, the time, or the dates, 46, 47, 48, shit like that. So, but yeah, good stuff. Here's the directors. Got some Fritz Lang in there. Polanski. Yeah, not Roman. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Now, here's a couple more film noirs that I actually haven't even opened. Got to get to these sometime, but So Dark the Night. Let me know if your guys' thoughts, if anyone's seen this one. Let's see, my dogs are circling in here now. 1946. Here's Nightfall. With Aldo Ray is in this movie. Isn't that crazy? That's awesome. Later one, 56. And then Phantom Lady. These are three that I picked up in a package or whatever. And just never got around to checking out, but I will. When I get on my film noir kicks, I go to town on these fuckers, man. I love them. I love film noirs. So good. Phantom Lady, let me know down below. All right, getting into some films I've mostly seen, I guess. Robert Altman's Three Women. Oh, fantastic. Shelley Duvall, Sissy Spacek. Oh, man. I love me some Robert Altman, man. This guy makes really great films. Never seen Three Women. Check it out. Don't want to get into it. Just like Images, because it's another just fantastic movie. And it's such an appropriate title too, man, because it's just so, it's so visual. It's a trippy movie, but highly recommend it. Images, love it. It was 72, right? Or was it? I know I watched it for one of these, but I'd seen it before. Images, yeah, awesome stuff. Now, this is trippy, man, because I don't know what it is about the odd movie here and there, but my brain just can't process it properly. Spirits of the Dead is an anthology film based on Edgar Allan Poe works and stuff like that. But I've seen this before, and I think actually that was one of the two podcasts I missed of the 22 shots, and they actually reviewed one of these, I think. Yeah, it's got like there's a bunch of people in this shit. It's just, I can't remember. Peter Fonda, Jane Fonda, Bridget Bardot. Let me know. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember it. It's strange. La Bête, which is The Beast. I think the title is in here. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's The Beast. It's the French title for it. Oh, it's actually right on the back too. Okay. So, yeah. So all I'm going to say is that this is fucking outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. See, I'll just kind of, you guys can kind of read the back here. Actually, it kind of gives you a little bit. It says horny American hairs. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to give anything away about this, but just think of the Beast as not a monster beast. Oh man, this director, man, shit. All right, so and here's the other one, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Miss Osborne. Bizarre, really, really bizarre French films. He's a French director. Yeah, it's like something like that. Yeah, it's good. It's trippy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's good. Ingmar Bergman, The Serpent's Egg, awesome movie, man, with David Carradine. Good stuff here, man. If you know anything about Bergman, man, gotta check it out. It's good stuff. The Man with 1,000 Faces. This is really good, man. This is really good performances in here. Yeah, based on, of course, Lon Chaney, The Man with 1,000 Faces, James Cagney. Good stuff. When the fuck did this movie come out? In the 50s, I think, or something? Oh, was it 1967? Is it that late? Holy shit. Crazy. Really, really good performance right here. Man, a movie I've always loved, man. And, Shelley Winters, man, what an underrated actor she is, man. She's in a lot of great shit. She's such a great actor. With Robert Mitchum, Night of the Hunter. Oh, it's fantastic. Awesome. and a Southern Gothic masterpiece. I totally agree, man. If you've never seen Night of the Hunter, do yourself a favor. It's fantastic. That's kind of one thing you could probably say about all these Arrow Academy titles, because it was kind of like Arrow's version of like Criterion. It was their upper level class type films. I don't want to say elevated, but just they're more prestigious films, I guess is what you want to call them. The Taisho trilogy, I just picked this up because I need to watch the first one, which is, to me, unpronounceable. It's that first long ass word. So there's 3 of these films. I don't know anything about these, to be honest. The first film was from 1980, and I know it's got horror elements and stuff, so I need to check it out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch all 3 of these. Yeah, so the first one right there, Zager Wazen. I don't know. Clyde, shut up. All right, so there's that one, and then we getting into some westerns. James Stewart stuff here, The Far Country, awesome film. Really, really good stuff here. As you guys know, I'm a really big Western fan. I love me some spaghetti Westerns, but I love American Westerns too. So that's a good movie. And a couple of these I actually haven't watched. I don't think I've watched any of these ones. So Ramrod I have not seen before, believe it or not. But I love the title, Ramrod. It sounds very porno. It sounds like a porno. Oh no, I've seen this before. John Ford's My Darling Clemington. Henry Fonda. Yeah, so good film. I mean, you can't really go too wrong with a Ford Western, so yeah, that's good stuff. And I didn't even manage to keep it under 30. I was trying to. The Oxbow Incident. Oh shit, man, I've watched this too before. This is another really good one. I don't think I have to be that redundant and keep saying these are really good, because it's why they're part of Arrow Academy, right? Good film. And then we got The Hired Hand with, again, Peter Fonda, the man himself, Warren Oates. I think I've seen this before. I don't know if I've actually watched this Blu-ray before, but yeah. And then this one I definitely have not seen, and I know people gave me shit for this when I showed an update. I was like, I've never seen One-Eyed Jacks before. I still haven't. Marlon Brando, believe it or not. I need to watch it. But again, when I get on my my Western kicks, man, I plug them out, man. I usually watch a lot of Westerns in the summertime, but this year I was just not home. I didn't watch any movies this summer. Check my letterbox. So yeah, so that's going to conclude part 4 here. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to get into this section of box sets, and then of course there's the upper level of box sets. I'll probably just either do it in 1 or 2 videos. I'm not 100% sure. So, but yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll try to get these out as soon as I can. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. As usual, deuces.